All right, guys. So earlier on today, we had Nick Miller on the show on Hectic 99, and he was live. But unfortunately, because of the fact that we only have a 4.5-minute segment, we couldn't actually explore everything that we wanted to explore. So we invited Nick Miller to join us for our Google Hangout, as well as two South African YouTubers, which we have. We have Josh as well as Abo, but we're going to see if we can get Abo back a little bit later on. He seems to have fallen by the wayside. But anyway, Josh, welcome.
Thank you.
Awesome.
Thanks
it's awesome
for having me.
Now tell me, Josh, tell me a bit about your YouTube channel. Tell me about what you do, what kind of videos you guys put up.
Alright, so basically what I do is I just take everyday situations that would happen to the average teen in South Africa, and I just make a video about them, my experiences. So that's basically all I do. And I try to put a funny twist on it to make people entertained. So yeah.
But what sets your videos apart from every other teenager that kind of documents their everyday life?
Alright, mainly the thing that would set me apart is probably that I'm South African, because there are very few of us in South Africa, sorry. And also, I'm from Joburg, so I'm probably like the one.
Yeah, you're from Joburg, eh?
I'm sorry, apparently I have an accent.
Now, for everybody else that's here checking this out, Josh had a bit of a fangirl moment when he saw Nick. Tell me a bit about that. Is Nick someone that you kind of look up to?
Definitely. I mean, Nick is one of the South African YouTubers that is paving the way for us. So definitely have a fangirl crush on Nick there.
Awesome. You are saying this publicly, just
You are saying this publicly. It is going to be on YouTube, so just you know. Now, you are also friends with Abo, whom we are trying to get back. Now, tell us a bit about what Abo does.
All right, Abo, he pretty much does the same thing that I do. We're friends, so I kind of got the idea from him, to be honest.
Okay.
So what Abo mainly does is he does the same thing, but I don't know if you actually go on his channel, he does a lot of comedic stuff, so stuff that would really make you laugh. So that's mainly Abo's kind of vibe.
All right. Now, Nick, tell us a bit about your YouTube channel and what you do on it.
So, for those of you who don't know, number one, we haven't posted a video in a while, so a lot of people here are going to be scoffing. But when we were vlogging and making videos regularly, we typically make videos that are around like some sort of theme, so some sort of advice. I need to meet someone quickly. Cancel. Sorry, technical problem. So but yeah, so we make videos that are around some sort of topic. The kind of the mindset that I go into when I make a video is I think, what would I like to tell my 16-year-old self? And that any kind of advice that fits along that theme, I try and make into a video.
Now, guys, how important is the right equipment when you're doing this? Because I mean, like when you think of actually going to do something like a YouTube channel, you start to think maybe I need to get a certain kind of camera or whatever. So let's start with you, Josh. What kind of equipment do you use to actually, put up your videos?
Okay, well, for me, to be honest, I don't have money for a big camera, so I actually use my iPhone.
Okay.
I use this as my tripod, so that's basically me.
Oh, great. Awesome. And Nick?
So when I started, I used a camera called the S100, which is a little small camera there. It costs about like about $250 or 2,500 rand to 3,000 rand. Now I have a bigger camera called a Canon 70D. And so that's like pretty much the equipment I use. But similarly to Josh, like with the App Story now, a lot of people can make videos now just using their phone. So an iPhone gives you full HD, or can give you I think the 6 has full HD on the front. So you can get really good quality videos, good sound. The iPhone microphone is brilliant.
Yeah.
So I think like if you're wanting to start out, definitely don't aim for like really, really good quality unless you have the money. Just get out good content instead of just focus on good quality. Another important thing as well, the sound is often more important than the quality. People listen to podcasts, so they are used to hearing without being able to see. So people are much more comfortable tolerating bad video quality than they are having like a bad sound. So that's what you want to make sure your sound quality is good. And the iPhone microphone is brilliant.
Yeah.
So like Louis, my friend, has made like full-on big videos recording with his iPhone camera. Even his video, he's got a big year-end video going out on Wednesday, and he's recorded a lot of the voiceover just with an iPhone.
All right, awesome. Now, also, guys, it's not just about about YouTube. We're also talking about like having an online presence. So in terms of like a blog, social media pages and stuff like that. Nick, you have about what, 15,000 Twitter followers?
15,000 on Twitter, about 60,000 on Instagram, and about 45,000 on YouTube. Which is all actually relatively small. It's big for South Africa.
Big for South Africa, yes, very big for South Africa. But in terms of the world, it's pretty small. But in terms of a South African market, how do you grow your social media pages to that extent and maintain it? Because like you might find that people will unfollow you if they don't like the content or whatever.
Well, in almost all of the platforms, the thing that brings people back is good, unique content. So like this principle you can apply to like anything. So if on Instagram, there are people that I follow that I can see Andrew Brayshaw laughing in the corner. He's one of the guys who does some of our videos.
Hi, Andrew.
We have a thing in our video called #unique content where I started filming like as a joke, filming stupid things and calling like #unique content. So I'd film like a poll or something like that in our videos, and people go chuckle. That's why he's probably laughing. But the thing that you want to do is have like you want to have good, consistent, unique content. So with Instagram, I'm looking to not make all my photos look the same.
Yes.
I live in Cape Town, so I don't want to post like 50 pictures of Table Mountain because people get sick of that.
Yeah.
So you look for like different types of pictures. A lot of time, broaden your horizons. That people, when they come to your Instagram or when they come to your YouTube or anything, they're getting something fresh from you. They don't feel like, oh, I've got this guy, I understand him, I've seen everything. There are a lot of really prominent Instagram accounts that I feel have fallen into that trap. There's one particular person I'm not going to mention, but they post like almost every single photo of theirs looks identical. They have a large number of followers, but their like ratio is slowly declining because people, I think, will start to realize that this is all the same.
Same thing. Yeah. And Josh, tell us a bit about your social media pages as well.
All right.
We already know that Josh doesn't really have much knowledge of Twitter.
And we know that he has a cat.
And we know that he has a cat now from seeing in the back there as well.
What?
No, like even when I'm filming videos, she's always there trying to climb on my face. It's really annoying. But anyways, basically for me, my biggest social media page is my Instagram page. So basically, I try to utilize that to get everyone to know that I actually do make YouTube videos and to try and get people to actually like direct them to my YouTube page. But yeah, that's basically my biggest, as you can tell, my Twitter isn't that great at the moment because my knowledge of Twitter isn't that great either. So basically, I try to use my Instagram, and then I also try to combine them together. So with every social media app, you can often link them. So that's a good idea to do, to link them all together, because then people will jump from one page to another. So I also try to do that a lot.
Yeah. I was going to say a good thing to do is look for the channels that have that are the easiest to grow and focus on those. So Instagram is it's pretty easy to grow on Instagram versus like Twitter. Twitter is painstakingly slow. So I've grown the quickest on Instagram compared to any of my other channels. But the way that you do that is by trying to collaborate with bigger people. Now you don't need I didn't start by collaborating with people who have huge followings besides Louis, obviously. But like as soon as you you post really good content, someone likes your photo, it immediately broadcasts to at least some of their followers that they've liked that. Then you get this kind of increasing organic growth. So when you start, it's a lot of effort to get that small little bit of growth. But as you start to get bigger and bigger and bigger, that organic growth becomes bigger, and on Instagram it's pretty good. My Instagram grows naturally at about 350 people a day.
Wow.
And so but when I started, it was like 30 a day when I had 10,000 followers. So what you want to do is you just want to keep.
Yeah, when I started, when I had about 10,000 followers.
That's my little 2,000 over here.
I meant to say 1,000. So
I've probably got just like 3 followers on Instagram because I don't use Instagram. I still haven't really seen the point. I still haven't seen the point of it. I haven't really gotten it, but I am really like into Twitter, and I really love being on Twitter and stuff like that. And what you're saying is really true. I've seen that as well. I mean, like I started with Twitter way back in like 2000 and something.
Yeah.
I can't even remember. But I mean, like I had like 150 followers. But now it's like as it started to grow, you know, you see like, you know, the growth, and you're like, actually without any effort, I don't even have to tweet anything, and I'll just get notifications of people following. So that's really awesome as well.
I suppose another thing.
Yes, Josh.
You get that one viral video, then you'll get everyone, the amounts of exposure you get from that. But then the challenge with that is then keeping the people that you've gotten, like, to keep their attention. So
absolutely. And that's what I was going to speak about, is like with content, the important thing around content is not to mimic what's been done on YouTube. So there's a lot of people coming up in YouTube now who are doing, they're basically, it kind of feels formulaic. You do the chubby bunny challenge, and then you do this challenge.
Yes,
Now there are some people who can do it in a unique way, and there are people who are interested at doing that. But for the majority of people, don't want to watch the average person do the chubby bunny challenge. So what you guys want to do is figure out a way to like get some really good unique content. Figure out a way to tell an interesting story. Don't just do the same thing that everyone else is doing.
Yeah.
We're trying to get covered back.
Yes, that's exactly what we're trying to do. So yeah, you were saying?
So yeah, well, basically what we want to do is always try to look for the unique story in something. When you're coming to write your content, don't look and say, how can I just vlog? Because the average person doesn't want to just watch someone like, this is my coffee, this is my day, this is me traveling in the car. You want to think of what can I do that tells a unique story. So study storytelling, study like, you know, what makes a good, interesting, like tension point in stories. Tension is important in stories. All those things add to the kind of watchability of your content, and people, if you get that, if you nail that, then people will keep coming back for more and more and more of it.
I also want to, in terms of you know, when is trying too hard trying hard a good thing, but when is it trying too hard that it actually looks really bad? Like, you know, Josh, do you have that?
Yeah, a lot of people out there, they try to be someone else that they've seen on YouTube before. And that doesn't work at all. Like you can only be the best you that you are. So I've seen a lot of people try to be someone else, and that really doesn't work.
I mean, also for me, like I can't really comment.
If an average person doesn't want to just watch someone like, this is like, guys, just turn your thingy down.
Now, one thing about me as well. I mean, I said to you guys that my thing is Twitter more than anything else. So welcome back, Abo.
You're back.
How's it? Welcome back.
He's like, he hasn't realized it.
Confused there.
Yeah, we'll let him realize in a bit. But like I said, you know, for me, I always say to people that whoever I am on screen, whoever I am when I'm walking down the road, is the same person that I am when I'm.
I love Google Hangouts.
Oh gosh.
He's like, I'm on.
Abo, are you there?
Looks so confused there.
He's like, I'm on.
I'm not sure if you can see us.
Maybe you should tell him.
Hello.
Hi, hello. Can you hear us now? Still can't hear us. And then family joining him in the background there.
Hello.
Yeah, we can hear you now.
Oh, yeah, I'm here.
Awesome stuff, awesome.
I'm here. It's just, the problem is...
Abo, can you do me a favor? Can you how is he gonna...
I think it's maybe internet spazzing out.
Okay. Alright. But anyway, I was saying...
Everything is extremely delayed.
Yeah, it sounds like it.
I can hear myself saying something that I said 5 minutes ago.
Maybe it's bad.
Yeah, let's just do this for now until we sort it out.
Yeah.
But anyway, so that's exactly who I am, and I think that more than anything else, I think especially with something
like terribly.
Wait, I think I can hear you properly now.
What's amazing is that Google is one of the top 50 richest companies in the world. And this is like so slow.
No, but the thing about it is, technology.
Maybe it's
Maybe it is South African internet as well. But anyway, I think it's very important for you to be who you are online, that you're the same person that you are at home as well.
Yeah.
I think that makes it a lot more interesting for people as well.
Yeah.
Abo, tell us a bit about your pages that you have. So your YouTube, your Facebook, your Twitter. Have we lost him again?
Wait for it. Wait for it. Wait for it.
Oh, that's a great question.
Yeah,
I think. I think we need to meet him.
Okay, am I working now?
Yes, you're working.
Yes!
All right. So tell us a bit about your YouTube and your Facebook and Twitter.
Well, I just love making videos. I have a passion for editing, filming, and all the cinematic type things of that. I'm not huge into Twitter, but I do the occasional tweet spree, like tweet rants sometimes, but then I delete those. Like, no, not about that life. But
Okay.
yeah.
All right. And your videos. What's the video that you have with the most views? Tell us a bit about that.
Well, it's actually a really funny story. So it's called How to Be Black. So
Okay.
just trying to get my word around. I just tweeted that out to DJ Fresh casually. The next thing I hear, I get a phone call in the morning from Josh saying, "Dude, switch on the radio right now. DJ Fresh is talking about your video."
He's talking about your video,
And
yeah?
I'm just like, nah, this guy's tripping. This dude's crazy. He's not. DJ Fresh isn't talking about my video. Then I hear that. I get to school. I get swarmed by people, and they're like, "Dude, you were on Fresh's network. He was talking about your videos," and I was flipping out. I just sat in class like, what has happened to my life right now?
Yeah. But so how do you
and from there, pardon?
How do you maintain that momentum that you got from something like that?
It's actually quite difficult. I try to keep my content as versatile as possible. And I refuse to do any challenge that I haven't made myself. But other than that, I just try to keep it unique, but without like changing myself. I just try to keep it unique, and like that's how I do it. But it's difficult to keep momentum because sometimes you get 1,000, then my next video has 90, and it's quite difficult.
Yeah. That's
why we have music now.
This is an awesome point at which to discuss growing YouTube, because once you hit like 10,000, it's going to grow organically.
Yeah.
It's that beginning part is really, really tough, but there is always some element of luck. And at least you can also create your own luck. But at the beginning, for both of you guys, we'll like this video. There'll probably be people who'll come and watch it, and you will definitely get subscribers from it. But you've kind of by making videos, you're putting yourself out there, you're bound to get seen, and you will naturally, YouTube itself as a platform is growing.
Yeah.
So there are more people coming in, especially in a country like South Africa where it's in its absolute infancy. It will become massive, much bigger than it is now. And so that's where you have the option of by making more and more content, you get to the point where someone will come to you across your channel and go, wow, this is all amazing stuff.
Yeah.
You can get offered network deals, you can get offered all sorts of things, and that all helps you boost your channel. But unless you have that good, unique, good, consistent, it's not gonna grow.
All right, so Nick, I think this one is more for you. This one is from Brad Price. How do you get over 9,000 followers?
How do you get?
I have. That's actually a question for me as well.
Specific number.
Huh?
I love the specific number.
Yes, the specific number. I think the specificity of the number is because maybe he wants to get to 10,000.
Maybe.
Yeah, because I'm also like, okay, how do you get over 9,000 followers?
Yeah, that's a really good question, Brad. Brad is one of the members of the story.
Oh, nice.
He works for Teach Me Too.
Hi, Brad.
Hi, Brad. I would say to get over 9,000, you just start somewhere. The question is obviously he's probably being a bit silly about it, but it's how do you grow? Obviously, how do you grow a big channel? And it's the same rules that apply as we've been talking about. It's making sure that to get to like literally something like 9,000
Yep.
in South Africa alone is very difficult.
Yes.
So for some of you guys who are not from America, like maybe you're from like, you know, the edge of the earth, like Perth or something like that. But it might, wherever you are, it's quite difficult unless you're in America or the UK to grow an audience. The way to do that, the best way is literally to go to those conventions if you can. The conventions that happen, the big ones are VidCon playlist. So VidCon in LA, Los Angeles, playlist in Orlando or New York, and then there's also like Summer in the City in London, Itatube in Italy. Those conventions have led to the best growth. It's where I've grown in like huge numbers because you meet bigger YouTubers, you meet people who are similar size with you, who want to network and want to grow. And then you have your big like South African audience with maybe like 1,000 people, and they have their audience of 1,000 people. You make a video together, and you get like 500 followers. Yeah. And that's basically how you do it. That's the only way to actually grow, unless you make viral videos, which are extremely difficult. Viral videos are really hard. Like, there's no one knows. There's formulas around how you can test whether a video will be viral, but there's no one in the world who can say that video will go viral. I mean, Gangnam Style was like, you never would have guessed it would have become the most watched video.
True.
Up front.
We have another question here from Tatatenda saying, how do you make a successful app?
Oh, hard question.
You can keep this one short.
I'll keep this one short.
Truncated, bullet points.
To build a successful app is quite difficult. You either need to teach yourself to code in Swift or Objective-C, or if you want to go with like Apple development. So either teach yourself or find money to hire someone to do it for yourself. Those are pretty much that's one of the only ways to really make an app.
Nice moustache, Josh. And
I'm sorry, this Google Hangout thing is awesome.
It's kind of like playing around with it. Josh, Abo, how do you guys keep yourselves motivated? This one is from Modima Chifiwe. So we'll start with you, Josh. How do you keep yourself motivated?
Okay, for me, what motivates me most is the people that actually watch your videos and comment on it. Like, that's my favorite thing, is when you just uploaded a video and then you see all these comments rushing in about how people enjoy it. That's what really keeps me going. And also, what keeps me motivated is just everyday things in life. Like, sometimes I'll see something that happens at the shops and I'll think, oh wait, I could actually make that funny and make a video about it. Yeah. So just everyday life is the thing that really keeps me motivated.
Awesome. Abo, what keeps you motivated?
Well, I agree with Josh. Like, seeing the feedback that people actually like the thing that you worked really hard on making, that really keeps me motivated. But I also like to surround myself with people who like also motivated people. Like, if they're not necessarily about YouTube, but they're motivated about anything. Like I have family members, my brother, like especially him. He's always so motivated, and just like whenever I hear him talking about what he wants to do, it makes me want to go work harder to get where I want to get. So yeah, it's just surrounding yourself with people who will also lift you up and motivate you.
Yeah, Abo motivates me.
The one thing I'd say around followers is that when you go back to, like, when you go and look on YouTube, you see like people with videos with like millions of views, and that can become really demotivating because you feel like, oh, I'm never going to get to 1 million views. But if you think about it from the fact that, imagine if I said to one of you guys, like, look, there's an audience of 100 people in that room, they're waiting to hear you speak. Automatically that changes your framework to when you realize that those are 100 real people who are sitting there. Like, if you walked around on the street and you said to someone, hey, do you want to watch this video on my phone? Really struggle to get people to watch something. And so don't get lost in just chasing these huge numbers. If you make really good, meaningful content and you can like make it and you get 100 people watching, 100 people is a crap load of people. It's like a huge room full of people, and you can easily get lost in that, oh, it's not 1,000, it's not that. And you always, like, I know YouTubers at almost every single level. I know the guys at the top and the guys all the way down at the bottom. Every single person there struggles with comparison. They all like feel, even the people at the top, there's always someone, there's PewDiePie.
Yes.
There's always someone who's more than you.
There's PewDiePie.
Yeah. Only PewDiePie is going, like, well, how can I own YouTube? That's his question.
Yeah. But anyway, like, I mean, one thing that I will say, like, for instance, recently I started watching something called the Legends Panel parody or something on YouTube. But that was something that I looked up because someone tweeted about it. So, I mean, also stuff like that. If you get 100 people to watch your video and they enjoy it, they will share it. They'll say to other people, like, I'll say to you, dude, did you see this thing?
Yeah.
It's really amazing. Like, check it out.
Really,
and you'll watch it, and then that person will, like, start talking about it to someone else.
That also ties in with the linking of social networks. Because once you link to social networks, it's very easy to share it on your other. So like on YouTube, it's very easy to share your videos on Google+. So stuff like that. Also Twitter. Every time I upload a video, it automatically shares it on Twitter. So if you're watching this, you should follow me on Twitter because then you'll get to see all my videos first.
All right. Of course, or you can go with Abo's, Abo's method and just tweet it to DJ Fresh. You know?
Totally.
Yeah, that's good.
Yes. No, DJ Fresh likes me especially. I don't think it'll work. It's like a one-time gig between him and I. So.
Okay, it's not a challenge then.
Okay.
Yeah, don't think it. But I mean, like, you could spin it somehow,
in some comedic
some
way.
way.
I could be black too. I could do a video on how to be black as well, Abo.
Yeah. Well, you see, there might be a bit of a problem with that, because considering all the stuff that's been going around now, with like, racism and blackface, I think that maybe we should kind of leave it to the side.
Just leave it to me. Leave it to me.
Okay.
Yeah, a lot of people just don't have that kind of sense of humor, hey? Like, so, yeah. But speaking about that, sometimes you might make a video, it might not go down well with everybody. Some people might not like your video. They might think, it's making fun of them or anything like that. How do you guys deal with that kind of criticism?
It can be very challenging at first when you make a video and then you get thumbs down, because like in typical life, when you show something to someone, no one goes like, oh, that was pretty average.
Yeah.
Everyone's just friendly. They're like, oh, lovely, that was really good. And at least behind their back, they'll be going like, oh, it's terrible. It's not to your face. But on YouTube, people will like, they don't hold back, and people will like write the most like mean stuff sometimes. But the thing is that if you we need to learn how to deal with trolls and haters. That's what they're called online. We ignore them. We don't feed them. We don't feed the trolls. We don't. But if someone writes like a negative comment about me in my video, I'll engage with it. But if they're like trolling, which is like kind of like if they're not really looking to engage, they just want to make fun of me, then I just block them.
Okay.
So simple formula, works well. But you got to learn to deal with like you got to be somewhat sure of yourself. There was a really tragic story recently where a kid in London actually committed suicide because he got so much hate on one of his videos. Wow. And that was I think that's like a real tragedy. People don't realize the damage that they're doing by writing hate, and it's cyberbullying. And so I think that's where you got to know that like the people who are writing those hateful comments are probably not like mentally healthy individuals. They're people who are like really.
But some of them are just looking for attention as well, because the way, and they're looking for you to engage with them, and the only way that they can really get you to engage with them sometimes is to be mean and hateful. But anyway, let's just go to you guys quickly. Josh, how do you deal with negative comments and stuff? Do you also go the same route that Nick does?
Personally, I just ignore it. Just ignore and block. That's it.
Yeah.
You don't want to give them the attention that they're seeking. So
yes, definitely. And Abo, how do you deal with it?
I don't know. Sometimes I like to just make it into a joke. I don't know. Sometimes that probably doesn't work all the time. But I mean, you just make it a joke. Like they say you're stupid, and you say like I know that. Obviously, that's why I posted this video. So it make them look like the fool in the situation.
At the end of the day, haters gonna hate, potatoes gonna potate.
Exactly. I was actually speaking to a friend of mine who was asking me, like, dude, so how do you, with working in television and stuff like that and whatever, and he's like, how do you deal with haters? And I was like, I don't have haters. And he's like, what? And I'm like, the way that, the reason why I don't believe haters is because anything that anyone could tell me online, I already know about myself, right? So if someone says to me, Sam, dude, you're really ugly, I just say to them, yeah, I know this. I already know this. So, like, what else can you tell me? So I think being sure of yourself and knowing who you are, especially, I think that will help you go a long way. It's actually, maintaining something online like that. But anyway, guys, thank you very much for joining us. Unfortunately, we have run out of time. Twitter handles quickly, Facebook, Instagram, Josh, Abo?
Okay, for me, everything is I am Joshalash. So I am Joshalash.
It's like Joshalash, how you'd normally spell it.
Yeah, how you'd normally spell it, just all together.
ALOSH.
Okay, awesome. And Abo?
I'm not as eccentric as Josh, unfortunately. So mine is just simply Abo Booi. ABOBOOI. Boy.
Awesome stuff.
Boy.
Yeah.
Boy, yeah, boy.
Boy.
And Nick?
I'm Nick Miller ZA on everything, pretty much.
All right, and I'm Sam_Mangesi. Thank you very much for joining us. And of course, if you want to interact with us online. But anyway, from us here, from me, Nick, from Josh with the moustache, and Abo, goodbye.
Amigos. Amigos.
Bye-bye.